Hey, what is up, Nation? In this session, we're going to be going over 3 graphic design mistakes that you should never make. Okay, so there's a little bit of a backstory to this. I've been hiring people to help me building a team, and my video editor Josh, thank you so much. He's great. There's Bhagya, who's helping me with questions on the Designer Hacks website, and Val, who is helping me with other tasks like making closed captions and doing some research for videos. So those people are awesome, and so I'm trying to expand a little bit to help with YouTube thumbnails. So here is what was submitted by a graphic designer that I hired on a trial basis and ended up releasing. And basically, I paid him for this because he did the work. But I just want to go over what you should not do as a graphic designer. I don't think this guy had any formal training in graphic design, so it shows. And so I'm going to go over 3 things that you should avoid whenever you're doing graphic design for yourself or for anyone else. But for this, I'm going to focus on the client and what you should be focusing on when you're doing any sort of presentation to a client. The first thing, just to let you know, that in the template, there's basically this Q&A with this little symbol. You might, if you watch our channel, or you're subscribed, that probably looks familiar. And then we have this little cursive font, How To, which is included in the template, and then 2 different fonts here, which are also included in the template. But the first thing that I want to point out is that the copy that was given to him, the name of the video was how to create gambrel roofs in SketchUp, or how to create a gambrel roof in SketchUp. And you can see that just off the bat, his copy wasn't copied. So it says how to gambrel roof in SketchUp, which is just incorrect grammatically. So this is the only text that's on this image. So as the designer, you need to make sure that text, especially if there's such a small amount of text, that text is spot on and grammatically correct. And if for whatever reason you get a copy from someone and it is grammatically incorrect, you should compile a list of everything that is grammatically incorrect or spelled incorrectly, and then talk to them about that and see if it was purposeful or not, and if they would like you to change it or not. Be nice about it, and don't, I'm going to call it nickel and dime them about it. Compile it all at once and send to them at once instead of sending them every time you find a mistake. It's just helpful for them to just have everything at once. Okay, so there's that, and make sure that's right. And the second thing, he pulled this image from one of our videos, and it's just not sharp. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm going to zoom in here. You can see that it's really fuzzy. So I think what he did is he just went and screen capped the video that we have, and I'm not sure exactly how he decided to do that, but it just has a lot of jagged edges, and you could reconstruct this if you wanted to. But if you get an image or you pull an image from something and you realize that it's not sharp, you should contact the client and say, hey, this image that I'm getting isn't sharp. Do you have any alternatives? Can you provide me with an image? So there's that. And then the last thing, this arrow here, I was able to find the exact arrow. He just pulled this off of some website, and then which is, I don't know whether it's free to use or not, but is potentially copyright infringement by just pulling someone's stuff. But he didn't even bother to trace it if he is allowed to use it. You can see all the jagged edges here. He just took the magic wand tool and erased whatever color, and so you get this really jagged image. Ideally, you would use the pen tool for this, if you're going to use this as inspiration. But if you want to be lazy about it, you could just come in and use the marquee tool. and go all the way around. Now, I think probably using the pen tool is easier, but look how much of a difference that makes, this sharp, crisp edge versus this jagged one. So those are the three things I wanted to talk about. The background is what it is. He pulled it from 123RF. I said, hey, this is what we use. If you find something you want to use, just put it in there with the watermark, and then we'll purchase it if the design is approved. So I'm not going to really comment too much on that. I probably wouldn't have picked this background, but yeah. So hopefully this helped. I don't really know what to say about this. I felt like I needed to make a video since I paid this guy $20 for this. But yeah, so if you have any comments, what do you think about this? Is this the level of quality you would expect for a $20 image? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, happy hacking.
All right, designers, just because this episode of Designer Hacks is over doesn't mean we're leaving you out in the cold. Tony's got tons of great content available at designerhacks.com. So join Design Nation right now, and we'll see you on the next episode of Designer Hacks.